Gurave Gaura Chanda Radhika Dadali Krishna Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah Shri Nandanandanam Bande Radhika Charanatoyam Gopijana Samayuktam Vrindavan Manoharam Vajami Radham Aravindanetram Smarami Radham Marudasmitasyam Vajami Radham Draganabadaram Tato Manoyasti Vityana Kavi Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So first of all I give pranams to our Gurudev Vishnupada Tridanti Swami Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj. Also our Shiksha Gurus, especially today, Nitya Leela Parishna Vishnupada Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vamana Gosai Maharaj, Nitya Leela Parishna Tridanti Swami Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Gosai Maharaj. Today is their Tirubhav Titi, 20 years. 20 years. So Pujapad Vamana Gosai Maharaj. So first, who is Vaishnava? Of course, by Sarup, in one sense, everyone is Vaishnava. Keo Mani, Keo Namani, Savatara Das, Yena Mani Tarpoi, Se Pandidas. Vrindavan Das Thakur says. Everyone is servant of Krishna. Some know it, others don't know it. But those who don't accept their service to Krishna, they will be destroyed. I mean, their bad intelligence take their life, finish their life. So even though everyone has the potency to be a Vaishnava, still, it's partially present in some. Hey, don't sit there. Sit in, because you're sitting above all this. No, give him a chair. Still, it's partially present in some, more manifest in others, and fully manifest in some rare souls. So, only by the mercy of the devotee we can become devotee. Like Gurudev says, every parrot can sing, but unless the parrot is captured, put in a cage, and actually taught, that singing never manifests. Right? So everyone has potency to sing, but unless they get the proper environment, not manifest. Like every avocado seed has the potency to produce a tree and make millions of avocados, but unless that tree gets water, sunlight, fertilizer, that potency will not manifest. So unless we worship the Vaishnava, unless we serve the Vaishnava, unless we have affection for the Vaishnava, unless we listen to the Vaishnava, then our quality of being a Vaishnava will never come. So our Vaishnavism depends on their Vaishnavism. You can say like that. Bhakti is samjatiya bhakti. Bhakti comes from bhakti. So these days, we have great opportunity to glorify them, speak about them, remember them. Then by doing this, we get benefit. For our glorification, they don't get much benefit. But we get so much benefit. Therefore, someone asked Gurudev, Govinda Maharaja actually, how can we get bhakti? How can we get devotion? He said, very easy. Appearance day and disappearance of Vaishnavas, just celebrate that. Then you will get devotion. So, akshovatam phalamidam. So, aksho phalam, the perfection of the eyes, iti darshanapi, is to see such a Vaishnava. The perfection of the body, iti gata sang sat samagamaha, the perfection of the body is to touch such a devotee. No, the perfection of the jiva phalam, tatisha, kirtanam, the perfection of the lips, is to glorify such a Vaishnava. But Sudurlabha Bhagavata Hiloke, Bhagavatam says, but such a Vaishnava is very rare. So Pujapad Vamana Maharaj, his mother donated him to the Gaudiya Math when he was 7. And you know, from age of 7 till he left this world, never missed Mangalati. Can you imagine? Of course, old age is another, but never missed I heard that, never missed a Mangalati in all those years living in the mud. So, he was very, I don't know, anyone here ever saw him? Or darshan? Or talk with him? But very sweet, very soft. No, but also so grave, so deep. So, he took Harinam, this is the amazing thing, he took Harinam from Saraswati Thakur, but he never said, I am the Guru, I am the disciple of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He never said. Or he said, I am the disciple of Bhakti Pragyan Kesava Goswami Maharaj. No. Because at the end of the day, real Guru is Diksha Guru. First worship should come to Diksha Guru. Because by mantra they bring us in this line. I read a beautiful letter he wrote one time. Param Gurudev, joking with him, called him Guru Bhai. Guru Bhai, God brother. Then Vamana Goswami Maharaj so much began to weep. So much weeping. Why? Oh Gurudev, that means you not accept me like disciple. Because Guru Bhai is Sakaras, but disciple is Dasiras. That means you not accept me like your servant. And so much he wept for that. Then Param Gurudev must have been like quite stunned. Then he said, I will never say this again. So he's very Niskapat Vaishnava. Very non-duplicitous personality. So other devotees, he was an encyclopedia of Vaishnavism. He joined the Gaudiya Math, then he went to the Bhakti Vinod Institute. And who is the headmaster? Bhakti Pragyan Kesava Goswami Maharaj. Pujapad Bhakti Jivan Janatan Goswami Maharaj, his name was Anantaram Brahmachari. So both him and Sajan Sevak, both went to the same school and both had the same headmaster. And both of them saw Bhakti Pragyan Kesava Maharaj as their Shiksha Guru. So very much intimacy was there between Vamana Goswami Maharaj and Pujapad Bhakti Jivan Janatan Goswami Maharaj. Very intimate. So when Prabhupada left this world, then some foolish disciples who were addicted to the smarter principles, they wanted to perform the cremation of Saraswati Thakur's Vigraha. We do not say body, Vaishnava has no body, they have Vigraha. They also accept the form so we can see them and serve them. So some wanted to cremate the body of Prabhupada. Then Param Gurudev said, if you want you can cremate him, but first you have to cremate me. Means over my dead body. Then he explained the tattva of samadhi. And those offenders were silenced. Then Param Gurudev booked a train. Everyone got on this train and they went to Mayapur and performed the samadhi. But after the samadhi ceremony was performed, no one could find Bhakti Pragyan Kesava Maharaj. No one could find him. Where's he gone? Nobody knew. And he was in charge of Gaudiya Math. He was in charge of everything. 3 days no one could find him. Then Prabhupada came in the dream of this Sajan Sevak. Oh, Prabhupada came in his dream. Because after like here we offer the prasad to Thakurji, then we offer to Yogamaya. So Vaishnava eats after Bhagavan. So Prabhupada came in his, so the prasad was going from Thakurji to Prabhupada's Samadhi. So Prabhupada said in the dream of Sajan Sevak Brahmachari, this plate of prasad you take to Vinod. He's behind Radhakund in the forest. You will find him there. So 3 days and 3 nights he had not eaten, he just weeping for Prabhupada. Imagine. Then Sajan Sevak took that prasad and gave him. Prabhupada gave order, you must eat. So you can imagine very intimate relationship. From birth you have this sambandha, no? Then after Gaudiya Math disappeared, there was some chaos in the Gaudiya Math. Oh, sorry, what did I say? Well, Prabhupada disappeared, Gaudiya Math also disappeared. So many branches came. So someone accused Param Gurudev of murder. And not just him, but 20, 30 devotees were accused of murder. So they were put in jail, so no one was there to serve the deities, imagine, because everyone had been arrested. So Sajjan Sevak, he was cooking for the Thakurji, offering to Thakurji, bringing the prasad to jail, doing all the legal work, collecting donations. How old was he then? Couldn't have been more than 12 or 13. And look at us, we have many years, no responsible seva. Many of us, no seva. Yes, we come, we eat prasad, we listen to class, but no seva to Krishna Balaram, no taking any responsibility for anything. But he was fully different. He took so much responsibility from beginning. Then he took the prasad and many of the Vaishnavas refused to eat. He is not Diksha, how can we eat? So Param Gurudev gave him Diksha through the jail, the bars of the jail. That was his Diksha mantra. So he was very extraordinary. So what can we say about him? He became Acharya after Param Gurudev left. And in every way, so ideal. So much attached to Harinam. You could see him sitting on his bed, even in old age, so straight. Hare Krishna, hour after hour he would chant Harinam. Fully absorbed. When I first met him, actually I met him before I took initiation from Gurudev actually. We were staying in Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaja's mat. And it was beginning of Kartik, then one devotee said, let's go to the other side and see the other Gaudiya Maths. So I said, okay. So I remember we came to Devananda Gaudiya Math, it was so huge. Then it was the first day of Kartik. Then we went there, Guru Puja was going on outside Vamana Maharaja's room, and we were just there. There was 3 brahmacharis and us 2. And they were doing Guru Puja, so we also stood there doing Guru Puja. Then afterwards we did pranam and everything. Then I remember Vamana Maharaj, he was just dressed in just t-shirt and just so simple, no? This was the Acharya of such a huge mind. I had no idea who he was. No? Then he went to his room, he looked at me, smiled, Hare Krishna, like that. And I remember thinking, he is very nice. I remember thinking, he is very nice. But he was the Acharya and the Guru of everything, could not imagine. It was so simple. So when we came to Gurudev, then 96, still we had to take initiation, but we did Navadvip Parikrama with Gurudev. Then I was in Gurudev's room, he was little talking. Then someone came in the door behind me and Gurudev jumped like electric shock. I thought, who is that? They will make Gurudev jump. They turned around, it was Pujabhat Bhaman Goswami Maharaj. And he was saying, oh, you come and give class. No, even though he was a child, he would ask Gurudev, you go and give class. Gurudev said, I'm not feeling well, but you give class. But it was not true. Gurudev was perfectly happy, healthy. But Bhaman Maharaj would always push his godbrothers in the front. Like, you give class. I cannot give class. I'm sick. Okay, I may give class by your permission. Like that. So humble. Even before giving Diksha, he would ask permission from Gurudev. I am about to do a very sinful activity. Please forgive me. It's so humble. This is Uttam. Even though they're the greatest, they always consider themselves very insignificant. Then Pujapat Bhaman Goswami Maharaj said, then Gurudev said, go into the class and sit right in the front, Gurudev told me. And if you're lucky, he'll speak some English for the class. Okay. So Gurudev told me, so I had to do it. So there was Kartik, the Parikrama, Navadvip Parikrama means just thousands of people, you know. But Gurudev said, sit in the front. So I went right in the front, right there. And Pujapat Trivikrama spoke, like half an hour, 40 minutes. And I remember Pujapat Vamana Maharaja just sat there on the stage, like eyes closed, without moving. He not moved a muscle for 40 minutes. Means like fully absorbed, fully absorbed. I'd never seen anyone absorbed like that. Then he gave class, but I could follow the class. I didn't know Bengali, but I knew all the verses because we came from Bhubaneswar, so I could follow. Then he spoke a long time, and I thought, will he speak some English? Gurudev said he will speak some English, he must speak something. So he spoke everything, then he finished. Then he looked at me and said, Bhagavatam is a matter of realization only. Bhagavatam is a matter of realization. So, I know, but he was always very kind to me. Many times I got a chance to ask some questions. One time I asked a question. Well, I do not feel taste in chanting Harinam. And I remember he looked at me like I was an animal, a strange beast. Like, oh. I mean, the idea someone could not like to chant Harinam was so strange to him. He never met such a creature who was averse to chanting the names of Radha Govinda. Then he asked, why not? But I never actually thought about why not. Why I don't like to chant Harinam. Then the real answer which came was because I'm not interested in developing taste in chanting Harinam. That was the real answer that came from my heart, but I couldn't tell that to Maharaja and break his heart. So I said, maybe because of aparad? And he said, yes, Vaishnava aparad. And his eyes were closed. Vaishnava aparad, Dham aparad, Seva aparad, Nam aparad. So much aparad we are doing like that. So he was very great, very, very deep, but very affectionate, very soft also. No, it said he would never chastise any disciple. And if disciple did some wrong thing, he would he would cry. I heard like that, he would weep. So he used to give all power for chastising and management, all power he would give to Gurudev. Because Gurudev was different character. All were afraid of Gurudev. Even Pujapat Vamana Maharaja, a little bit, I must admit. Pujapat Vamana Maharaja a little retired. The final years he sort of retired from everything. He not spoke to anyone. Last 2-3 years of his pastimes, he not spoke to anyone. So Gurudev went to get him because he's not coming parikrama and not doing anything. So Gurudev went to bring him, and when Gurudev came in the room, Vamana Maharaja said, now the police have come. After many years of not speaking, now the police have come. I will be arrested, I know. I will be arrested and taken away from him. So he had very sweet relations with his god brothers. Very sweet. These days, all god brother sannyasis all in competition. This is my disciple. Don't speak to my disciple. Don't instruct my disciple. No? What is this? We never heard. Then who shall take instruction from? Someone who came 1 or 2 years ago? Sannyasi give instruction, everyone has to listen. So Gurudev Vamana Maharaja was very like this, so intimate and close. He never thought anything was mine. Never thought. No, he gave full power to Gurudev, full power. And Gurudev would give full power to Vamana Maharaja. And both would defer to Trivikrama. So much ideal Vaishnavata, ideal Vaishnava dealings was between these 3 devotees. So today he left this world, in Kartik. So news came to Gurudev. Then Gurudev thought, I will go to Navadvip and do Samadhi. But nobody thought Gurudev would, how Gurudev could leave 1,200 devotees and go to Navadvip, but he did. So very affectionate relationship. And today is also the disappearance of Pujapat Trivikrama. He was born in Gauramandal. Then I one time asked him, did you meet Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur? He began to weep so much. I had a chance, but I was so unfortunate I did not go. He said like that. So his name was Radhanath. And he married, had children, but then he met Narottam Prabhu. He was afterwards became Bhakti, what's his name? Bhakti Kamal Madhusudan Goswami Maharaj. Yes. So Pujapad Trivikrama met him and heard Harikatha from him. Then he became so much astonished, he wanted to leave everything. Leave his Grihastha ashram and become full-time devotee. No? Very sad in KB, no one wants to become full-time. Many years we're here and the population of the male population is obviously over like 60 average. No new men coming, no one wants to dedicate fully. So where are all the new young men? All are disappearing. Even Madhuka's over 50. So he joined at young age. But he wanted to take initiation from Narottam Prabhu. Trivikrama Maharaj told me this. But he said, if you believe me, then I'm telling you, you take initiation from Bhakti Pragyan Kesar Goswami. Then Trivikrama Maharaj said, because what instruction he gave, I believe, so I just followed that instruction. Then, so he came to the temple before Gurudev. And when Narottam Prabhu was traveling and preaching, he came to Gurudev's village, where Gurudev was working in the police force. And Trivikrama Maharaj was on that tour. So from the beginning they had a relationship like that. So when they joined together. Gurudev said, we would sleep together, we would eat together, we would cook together, we would fight together. Everything was together. And Gurudev would say, very humbly, he was my Shiksha Guru from beginning. Because from him I learned how to do kirtan, from him I learned how to cook, how to do collection, because senior person. So, but Trivikrama Maharaj wanted to join, but problem was his wife. So sometimes we hear these things and we think how Vaishnav can be cruel. But these things are not cruelty, these are a manifestation of their affection. These days, even someone's not married but cannot surrender, cannot join the monk. They always have some excuse why I cannot surrender. But Trivikrama Maharaj had many obstacles, but still fully came. This is quite an ideal example for us. But the problem is, his wife was also a disciple of Param Gurudev. So when he wanted to come, then Param Gurudev was in a little difficult situation because both disciples didn't want to make a disturbance. So when his wife would come, then Pujapad Trivikrama Maharaj would speak very badly to her. Very badly. When his parents would come, he would also speak very badly to his parents. Then one day Gurudev said, I said, Maharaj, that time not Maharaj, but anyway. So Pujapad Madhusudan Maharaj said this, only someone who has oceanic love, they can do like this. Gurudev said, if we love anything more than our own Guru, if we love this disciple more than Shiksha Guru, proper Shiksha Guru, obstacle will come in your bhajan. If you love this thing more than Gurudev, if you are attached to this thing more than Gurudev, then you cannot escape from Maya. You will be bound in this world. So actually only someone who has oceanic love, they can behave like that. How can someone give up everything and surrender fully to Guru and Krishna? Only someone who has love for Guru and Krishna. So, many obstacles, many times the police came and arrested him and took him back home, but in chains, in handcuffs. But still he'd escape time and time again. 3 times he was arrested and brought back home, imagine. When we take sannyas, we promise no more relation with family members. But these days, even after sannyas, still shopping for the wife, doing this, doing that. But even before sannyas, he had this type of renunciation. So very renounced, very renounced. Very strict in his dealings. That's why in Gaudiya everyone so much respect him. Everyone so much respect. He was like, Gurudev would say he was like Shiva, the destroyer. Because any bad thing, immediately he would crush him. Immediately. Like, thank God we have Didi here in this temple. Any improper thing, immediately she crushes. We cannot see her. Why does temple have such an amazing mood? Because she's up there, and anything bad, anything improper, immediately, doesn't matter who it is or what it is, it's crushed. Temple always needs someone like that. We think I just speak sweetly and nicely to everyone, but by this everyone will just be spoiled. No one will be saved by that. So, he was very direct in his dealings, very direct. So all used to fear him. He used to say, Narayan Maharaj, Gurudev, Narayan Goswami Maharaj, his door is always closed when everyone is there outside. But his door is always closed. But my door is always open, but no one comes. He'd say, why? He said, because I always speak the truth. And in this world, nobody wishes to hear the truth. So everyone stays very far away from me. Anyway, so he was very hard, very strict. Even he would chastise, Gurudev said, even he would chastise Param Gurudev. If he saw something wrong, he would say also. That's why everyone, Param Gurudev, because he had this quality, he said, when I leave, if you take any decision, always consult with Pujapat Trivikrama Maharaj. Always consult with him, because always he gives nice decision. What is proper, what is improper. So we are very lucky in KB because so much here we are also personally indebted to him. Yes, like when I first came to the temple, then I don't know why Trivikrama Maharaj liked me immediately. His causeless mercy. Because what we have that will attract them, nothing. And he's so kind, so merciful. So whenever he would come to Navadvip, well, I would go to Navadvip, but I always get a chance to be with him in his room and be his sevak. When he would come to Vrindavan Parikrama, I'd also get that chance. Sometimes he would say, no one else wants to be my sevak. Because no sevak had a very long lifespan. Their lifespan was very short. But he was very kind, very affectionate. And he was available. Always, like Didi could sit out there hours and talk to everyone. Always make himself available for everyone. So kind. So also he had very intimate relation with Didi, very close. And Maharaj, I saw from 96. Then Madhusudana Maharaj at the time was Sham was always with Trivikrama Maharaj. And I could see that time, very intimate relation, always talking. And Maharaj would always talk to like midnight. And then wake up and do Mangalati, so not very easy life. So Gurudev used to become angry at me because I would be late for the kirtans, because sleeping at 1 o'clock, how can you wake up at 4 o'clock? Not possible. So Gurudev would always be angry because I would be there a little late. Then Trivikrama said, you do Gayatri next to me in the mornings. Then Gurudev, because I wasn't there, Gurudev would come, and then he saw me, but I was there doing Gayatri next to Trivikrama Maharaj. Then he'd become angry when then we would both laugh so much. So Trivikrama Maharaj really like father. Diksha Guru we have some fear. Well, because we took mantra from him. If we disrespect Diksha mantra, then mantra not manifest to us. But Shiksha Guru we take no mantra from. Then why we serve? Only because of affection, no other cause. So, to Diksha Guru, we may feel some distance, some respect, but to Shiksha Guru will be so much intimacy, like a dear friend, bosom friend. You know, so, also I saw when I was in Maharaj's room, Didi would always come and they would talk so much. Then Trivikrama Maharaj would always ask me, do you know who she is? Do you have any idea how qualified she is? Trivikrama Maharaj would say to me. So this way, Trivikrama Maharaj, maybe 10 times he said that to me. Because to a stupid person, you have to say something again and again, right? An intelligent person hears once and understands what I'm doing is wrong. But a stupid person, again and again, they have to hear, but still don't understand. So Maharaj again and again said like that, then I could, some feeling. Already I knew Didin was talking a little with her and stuff, but Trivikrama Maharaj made it like more serious. Like that. So, actually probably at the end of the day, the only reason he liked me because I was with Didi. I'm sure that was the case. So very kind and very with us. Anyway, so he was very affectionate to Didi, very affectionate to Maharaj. Also something came to me also. So when he would stay in Devananda, when he would stay in Rup Sanatan every day, Didi would cook. So that prasad would go there every day. And so many times, Trivikrama Maharaj would come here. Practically only just slept there, but eating and everything he would do here. He would come here when we got this land in 98. Then he would come here, many things we would discuss. So he was very deep scholar, very grave scholar, but very simple at the same time. So in this way he gave access, because anyway, very grave, very deep. One time Gurudev said, Vyasadeva wrote the Vedanta Sutra, but then he wrote a commentary on the Vedanta Sutra, which is the Srimad Bhagavatam. So I think in our Sampradaya it's necessary that someone has to show of the 550 sutras of the Vedanta, where is the explanation of that sutra in the Srimad Bhagavatam? Then Gurudev said, I think in our Sampradaya there is only one person learned enough to do that, and that is Pujapad Trivikrama. That is Gurudev's decision in all Gaudiya Sampradaya. Of course with us he was giving medicines and food and sweets, and so much joking, so much talking. So that side we could not really see, because we are not learned, so who's learned we have no idea, right? And his katha was very, very strict. He said, how could you embrace Krishna if your body is covered with stool? First take bath, become purified, then go to Krishna. So his katha mostly was in that direction. Bhakti means pleasing the senses of Krishna, and enjoyment means pleasing your own senses. Like so many people doing kirtan, right, Bhatu? Doing kirtan all over the world, but what they're doing it for? Not for pleasure of Bhagavan and Guru, doing for money, for some women, for some good eating, for some respect. But Trivikrama Maharaj's kirtan was never like that. And who he is inside, we have no idea. His swarup, his seva, because he never discussed his internal life. In fact, he acted like in such a way he was against Radharani. It would seem like that. But Didi always says, no, he was Manjari Bhav. He was follower of Rupa Manjari. But outside you could never tell, because if Guru would bring up topics of Radharani, he would always make some opposition. And this way, I remember that time, the Harikatha was so high. Because Trivikrama Maharaj was always there, doing some questions, doing some fault finding. One time, Pujapad Trivikrama Maharaj wrote out 20 questions in Rup Sanatan today. I have some questions for the assembled Vaishnavas. And Gurudev was laughing so much laughing. Didi has that copy of those 20 questions. And Gurudev, when Gurudev would reply, the katha was so high. So high. So that very wonderful relationship was between them. One time Gurudev said to me, go and see what Pujapad, your Trivikrama Maharaj is doing. Gurudev said, go and see what your Maharaj is doing. I went. I came back. What's he doing? Gurudev, he's sleeping. No, he's not sleeping. He never sleeps. He's thinking tonight how he will defeat me. He said that. He's planning how he will defeat me tonight, like that. So very sweet relationship, very wonderful Vaishnava. So these two Vaishnavas, we give pranam. They have all ideal qualities. If we want to live in the mud, we also have to develop these qualities. Friendship to the Vaishnavas, submission to the higher devotees, friendship amongst our others, mercy to the juniors. Otherwise, how will we stay in the temple unless we also develop some of these Vaishnava qualities? So Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj ki, Pujapad Bhaktivedanta Vamana Goswami Maharaj ki, Sri Krishna Balaram Mandir ki, Go Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol.
Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjananjanate Sakshurumajadamya Tasmai Shri Gurave Vanchatapasarodhyascha Kripasindhudeva Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare